Hi everyone, welcome back to the River Styx. So let's see what we don't see. Well, technically we can see anything that we choose to see. So I don't know if there's anything that we don't see, but maybe it's something that we don't want to see. Because we have a choice to look and see anything, and especially, if you're tapped into your intuitive gifts, you can choose to see anything that you would like to. But what is it that you don't want to see? Let's do that. What is it that we don't want to see? Failure. That's what I got. Failure is one thing that we don't want to see, I guess. Failure to succeed. Hey, baby. Magical youth and rejuvenation. This woman is really happy and she's got an apple. Oop. Well, fell on the floor. Anyways, she had an apple. Maybe we need to ground. Maybe that's one of the things about rejuvenation that we need to do, is do more grounding. I don't know if you can just walk around barefoot. I don't know if there's snow on the ground there, or if you have houseplants or anything like that that you could water or spend time with. But definitely do whatever it is that grounds you. Make sure you're doing it. What do you want? Diligence and resourcefulness. And this one, here you go. So, diligence and resourcefulness. I don't know if this is really what we don't want to see. But maybe it's the fear of not succeeding or the failure that causes us to not be diligent or resourceful. That could be something. Maybe you're just not using your resourcefulness properly because you don't want to fail. But if you put failure aside completely, because really, I don't feel there's anything like a such thing as failure. It's more or less how much you put into something and how prepared you are for it. So if you're diligent and you use your resourcefulness to do anything that you are choosing to do, will you fail? I don't know. But if you don't put your all into something, that's not necessarily failure, it's just not doing. So that comes down to you do or you don't. So there's that. Reassurance and protection. Maybe you just need a reassurance that you can do it, that you have the ability to do it, that you have everything that you need to do it. It's just the decision that you need to make to do it. So what are you wanting to do? Are you protecting yourself by not doing something because you're afraid to fail? Or that you're not choosing to see failure, so you don't put yourself out there, so that you never give yourself the opportunity to fail? But maybe instead of an opportunity to fail, it's an opportunity to succeed, or to learn, or discover, or explore, or experience things that we don't normally do. feminine intellect. I mean, if you tap into yourself and your soul, it'll help guide you to wherever you need to go to be able to get the resources or find what it is inside you to be able to accomplish whatever your goals are. Because you do have the answers within. We all do. And no matter how many times we tell ourselves that we don't or that we're not good enough, God, we are lying to ourselves. We're lying to ourselves. Anytime we say we can't do something, we're lying to ourselves. Because we can. We could do anything. But we choose not to do something. We choose to make excuses for ourselves on why we can't do something. It's silly. It's almost like we're playing a game with ourselves. You know, telling ourselves that we can't do something so that we can figure out how to do something better than we ever thought or imagined that we could. Maybe we do it so that we could test the boundaries of creation and expand creation beyond the limits and make things possible that are deemed impossible. Sometimes when people are told that they can't do something or they'll never be something, sometimes those are the most powerful things of inspiration, is when somebody else tells us that we can't do something. It gets us to where we're doing it and we prove them wrong. But what if we start proving ourselves wrong? You know, for example, when I started doing art, or this, for example, I used to tell myself, oh, I can't read the Akashic records. Oh, I can't do tarot cards. Oh my gosh, was I lying to myself. Once I figured out what it was and that I was doing it the whole time, I was mind blown. I was like, oh, so that's what I've been doing this whole time. Like, oh, that makes a lot of sense now. Like, this is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's the easiest thing in the world. But when life gives you lemons, you better do something with them. You can do all kinds of things with lemon. You can squeeze them and make lemonade. You can chop them up, make fish with them. Like, you could candy them. You could do all kinds of things with lemons. Lemons are multiversal, just like we are. We're multiversal. We're multiversal quantum beings with the ability to do anything that we choose to do, including lie to ourselves and say that we can't, which then is silly, of course. But we're all silly, and we're all having fun and exploring and creating as we go. So maybe just lying to ourselves is one way that we are creating and telling stories to ourselves. You know, maybe it's just one way that we had discovered to create something to have fun with. Is that the whole purpose of life, is to create and have fun? Maybe. Yeah. Very interesting. The ship of conflict. I don't know how this card ended up upside down, but I don't feel like there's any conflict. More like ships sailing in. It's like the ships of conflict sunk already. They're gone. No more conflict. Which is funny, because I don't know, to me, upside down, this card looks like something coming in. It's like a veil right here, you know, and a headpiece. It's almost like the excuse me, the well, there's a moon there too, but there's another moon and another moon. But it's almost, to me, what I'm feeling is that the veil is falling down and there's clarity. So things that are hidden and stuff are being seen. So maybe what we're not seeing is ourself or our ability to do things. Maybe the universe is just gearing us up to be able to see what we are and what our full potential is. Because it just feels like there's great things coming. And it doesn't seem like there's a limit or a cap to it. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And on and on. So, why continue to lie to ourselves and say that we can't? Because we can. If we want to. The brave traveler. Yeah, are you going to be brave enough to look through the doorway of your soul or the window of your soul and let that authentic part come out? You know, the part that we're telling ourselves isn't there. The part of ourselves that we say don't exist or it's not good enough. Like, what if we let that part of ourselves free to be able to go and create and live in the forefront? Like, literally just pour our soul out and present it to all of everything because we can. Like, what if we start doing that? Wouldn't that be fun? And definitely a big change. If everybody just started living their authentic self and chose to live their full honest self with their potential and being able to see it because we choose to finally see it. What an interesting world that would be. Could you imagine walking in front of somebody and literally being just you, unapologetically, the funnest, happiest, loving version of you, and that's so authentic and creative, and that other person also is the same? Wow, that would be fun. What a conversation that would be. It would be two people who inspire each other inspirationally, but also being inspired themselves to just continue to be their inspirational self without trying to be inspirational. They just are. There's a walking load of confidence. Confidence and self-truth and trust in one's own self, in one's inner light. Ambition and competitiveness. I mean, there definitely wouldn't be competitiveness, but ambition for sure. It would inspire. It would give us the ambition to be able to succeed even more. But maybe it's our own competitiveness that's holding us back. And that's the not good enough and over super ego of feeling like you're so good that you don't need to do more. So maybe what we don't want to see is not really failure, but it's seeing ourselves. It's like you don't want to see yourself. You know, sometimes it's hard to look in the mirror. Some people don't. They don't look in the mirror at all. The only time they ever see themselves in the mirror is a reflection of themselves in somebody else. And then that too they run away from because, I mean, they don't want to face themselves on the inside. So why would they want to face themselves on the outside? Because sometimes we're our greatest mirrors to one another, you know, based on many different like things that line up. Um, everybody has that part about themselves and about somebody else that they can recognize and can relate to. And that's just part of the mirror effect. So maybe reflect upon yourself and see what is your true passions and who are you, and see the things that you don't want to face or don't want to see within your own self and run head towards it. Like I started to say a little bit ago, I used to be terrible at doing things. I was horrible at drawing hands or eyeballs or faces. And instead of giving up and trying to draw something else, I ran head on into my problems. And now, definitely proportionate. There's an eyeball right there. It's a really good eyeball. Not human eyeball, but it's definitely really detailed, and I feel like I did a good job. Every time I do one, I do even better and better and better. But I tell you what, the eyeballs I used to draw were not even round. They were awful looking, and they didn't even look like an eyeball. Neither did the hands look like a hand. They kind of looked like a blob. So what I used to do is draw fists. But then I got really good at drawing a fist, and then I added fingers when I got the knuckles really good. So, I mean, step by step, you confront the things that you're telling yourself that you can't do, and then realize you can do them. You know, all you have to do is make the choice. So what are you going to choose? Ask yourself. But until then, have a happy, good, whatever it is to you now, and I'll see you next time. Till then, bye.